How do you go from taking a $6,000 loan from your sister to one of the fastest growing baseball brands today? In this episode, we interview RJ, the founder of Vukgripz. We talked to him about starting the company while he was still playing, getting his grips onto the bats of major league players, and how he's working with creators like Coach Rac to grow his brand. Can't wait for you guys to check out this episode of the Brolletts. This week's episode is presented by RT Shades. There's a sunglass brand I started with my dad to help athletes block out distractions. And right now you can get 2 pairs for $49 at rtshades.com. Thanks for supporting this podcast. Now head to rtshades.com. You got $6,000 from your sister to start your company. I can't even get my brothers to share their Gatorade with me. How'd you get her to believe in what you were doing to start the company?
Yeah, man, I think my mom and dad had a little persuasion there to help me out a little bit. I know my sister, she had her first job, so she was making pretty good money, and I had just got done playing or still playing pro ball, so I had like $52 a week coming into my bank account. And my mom and dad like, hey, like, listen, we got you. Talk to your sister. She might want to start investing. So basically, she hooked me up, man. I hit her up. I'm like, hey, listen, I got a cool idea. You know, dad's kind of helping on the side here. He's, covering all my expenses as far as travel, but like, I need my first order batting gloves and product. Like, can you help me? Like, here's my timeline. I'll get it back to you. I promise. And yeah, I ended up paying her back. And that's kind of how we started, man. So $6K, and now we're 7-figure brand, and we're distributed all over the world, which is crazy. But yeah.
Before we get into the story behind Vukgripz and how you're building the business, talk us through your baseball journey.
Yeah, man. Played since I was 2 or 3. Graduated from North Canton Hoover. Went to 3 different Division IIs. Thought I had a couple good looks. I should have went to NKU. I had a walk-on spot. They ended up going D1, but hey, shoulda, woulda, coulda. But finished up at Walsh, and then I had a good senior year, I thought, and then I never ended up getting signed or picked up. So I played my first year overseas in Croatia. Background story: my dad kind of helped start, or my grandpa helped jumpstart baseball in Croatia like 30, 40 years ago, which is nuts. So like had a cool tie there. Ended up doing well, got invited to play on a national team tournament in Prague, and led off, did well, hit a couple doubles, and then they got me my actual dual citizenship. So ended up playing 4 years over in Europe. We got to try to qualify the 2019, I guess it was for the 2020 Olympics, which was awesome. Israel came out of the European Championships. I had a bunch of buddies on that team. And then, yeah, played 2 years of pro ball in the States, a year in New Mexico, a year out in Kansas, and then had 6 years, wasn't making a lot of money. I gave enough grips away. So then, like, I don't know, after that gave enough away, I'm like, maybe I should try this. I ended up getting released. And that's kind of how the baseball career ended. And then Vukgripz kind of happened. So, yeah, who'd have thought, man? I made it for a couple years, which was fun.
That is awesome, man. Getting to play overseas and, just the life experiences you get from that stuff has got to be just incredible. And sometimes when you're young, you don't know it in the moment. But now as you kind of get older and reflect on that, like that had to be cool, like living abroad, playing the game you love, like meeting new people, new cultures, like that probably had a big impact on you.
Yeah, I mean, definitely grew up real fast. I mean, literally foreign country, mom shipped me off, like type of thing, mom and dad. I'm like, yeah. So I literally stayed in an apartment by myself, foreign country. Everyone spoke English for the most part, but it was fun, man. So I got to travel Europe for free, playing some pretty awesome places. And I don't think Europe gets a lot of credit baseball wise. I mean, everyone's like, oh, Europe, they're so far behind. But I mean, if you go play in the Dutch league or the Italian league, it's like AA, and you get AAA dudes in there. And you see those guys literally winning the World Baseball Classic. I mean, a lot of those guys do play over in the States, but they all came from there. They come back to play in these tournaments. So it's great baseball, man. It was a good experience. Like I said, getting to travel and meet people and kind of, Vukgripz came from there. I never knew my name. So Vuk means wolf in Croatian, and that's my last name. And I'm like, the wolf has one of the strongest grips in the animal kingdom when it bites down. That's our product. And it kind of, I don't know if I ever would have got that name or started my business if I didn't go. So, it was a blessing in disguise. And I've helped players go over there. I mean, I've helped players. I know dudes that now live over there because they love it so much. So it was just a good time. And now my coach is like president of European baseball. So he's like MLB level guy. I stayed in his closet because they needed to find a spot for me. So it's just it's just cool life stuff that, connections I'll never forget.
Can you tell us the origin story of Vukgripz, the problem you had, and how you turned this opportunity to help athletes all over the world?
So that origin of Vuk, man, literally I ran out of my athletic tape and pine tar when I was going to Croatia. Like we have a batting cage at our house, and I was swinging at like 8 o'clock at night. I'm like, oh my gosh, Dad, I just ran out. Flights at Cleveland, Ohio at 6 a.m. Gotta be there at 3. Like, what are we going to do? So we found something a little bit harder than what we use now, ended up gluing it to my bat. Took it over there, guys like, what is this? I'm like, I don't know, bro. I'm focused on baseball. Came to the States, same thing kind of happened. And then like they started liking it and they started swinging with it. So I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to glue it on. So we found a way to put some nice adhesive on it. And then basically from there, it kind of just spiraled. I mean, we went to the ABCA back in 2017, my first ever baseball convention, and we won Dust to Show at the world's largest baseball convention. I'm like, oh wow, like, I'm still trying to play pro ball, but I'm like, we just won that. That means a lot, and that was pretty sweet. So I think that same year we ended up having guys like Steven Piscotty use it in real games, our first MLB guy ever, and then like it trickled down to like Josh Donaldson, D. Gordon, Eric Sogard. We had like Edwin Encarnacion. We had some big dogs swinging our stuff. I didn't really even have a legit brand yet. We were still so new. But that's basically how it started and what I wanted to do. I mean, I was a big tape and pine tar guy. Never really worked well. No matter if it was too hot, it was always too goopy, too cold, it got too hard, and the tape kind of sucked to put on. And then if it rained, good luck. You just hope you didn't get your bat wet. And even with some of the other alternatives, I mean, there are other brands out there. I use basically every other brand. I'm like, I don't know. It was always too thick and too spongy. So after I stumbled upon this. I mean, it made sense. And I had a lot of lacrosse buddies, a lot of hockey buddies who tested it too, just in their spare time. Hey, this stuff's really cool. You should think about doing lacrosse and doing hockey. I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. The next thing you know, we're official grip tape of Team USA, official licensed grip of Savannah Bananas, the PLL. Now we're in like the largest hockey retailer in the United States. So it just has been literally that basement story. And a lot of people said they liked it. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll take a shot. I don't want to go work for anyone else at the moment. Let's just see what I can do. So, and again, a very supportive family with my sister and my dad. And we just wanted to solve a problem of like making something better, or making something different. Everyone just goes to China. We actually manufacture the only American-made grip tape in all of sports, from my understanding. So I thought that was pretty unique as well.
Super unique.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time using your own grip? What was that like?
Man, I mean, it's like I flew to Croatia, 6 a.m. flight. I think I ended up getting off the plane at like, I don't know, 6-hour difference. I got off the plane at like 4 o'clock or 5. I literally drove me right to the field, took my first round of BP. I'm like, I didn't even think anything of it. Like, it was on my bat. I was still trying to impress. I'm jet lagged as can be. And next thing you know, I'm taking BP with it. And I think one of the guys had just said something in the dugout a couple days earlier. Hey, like, what is that grip or what's that tape? And I'm like, I don't know, man, I'll glue some to your bat if you want and stuff. Like, it kind of literally was that dumb of a moment or that crazy of a moment. Like, oh, like, this stuff actually does work pretty good. I think we were playing in like a game, like over there, we played on an old rugby field, like literally rugby field. They go put bases in the middle of the field. And like, it's bumpy, it's choppy, it's not baseball field. And like right field's 180 feet. So like, try and hit Apple Taco, but like literally that's how it was. And it was pouring rain. We're playing. The guys don't care. And I'm like, I didn't have any issues. One dude chucked a bat in the stands, and I'm just like full go waiting for it to happen, and it just never did. I'm like, now if you watch our videos, we're putting motor oil on it, putting sunscreen on it, Vaseline, and not having an issue. So that was just another way our product worked. I'm like, okay, this is actually really sweet. Let's see what we can do with it. But yeah, like again, I don't even honestly remember. It was by accident. I'm like, I had to use it. So taking BP.
Who was the first person other than you to test the grip? Do you remember how that went?
First person other to test the grip. Man, it had to have been like our 16-year-old shortstop over there, or maybe another dude that was like my age, 25-year-old outfielder. I honestly don't remember. I know the first big leaguer we had was Steven Piscotty. I don't even know how he found it. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know how he got onto it. Looked us up on Instagram. Who knows? And I know he was our first big guy to go on. I think besides me, I mean, my dad still plays baseball. He plays in the 35 and over. Down in Florida, they fly all over the place to play. And I know he was definitely probably the second real person to ever like, oh yeah, this stuff actually is pretty good. I like it. Like, and he's a barehanded guy. Never wears gloves. So it works for him. And that was another reason, like, you don't need batting gloves with our stuff if you don't want to. Obviously, if you like them, go ahead. But I'd probably say my dad or one of those guys over on the team.
What were the early days of the company like? How did you start selling the grip, and what was your day-to-day like getting the company off the ground?
Bro, first event, I'm talking, it's snowing outside. I go up to North Ridgeville. It's like North Ridgeville Victory Sports Park. Literally took my dad's van. It's a slow pitch softball tournament. My buddy hooked me up with his coach who was hosting it. He's like, hey, man, go ahead and come. Just go ahead, set up a table, 10%. it was too cold. I literally took my dad's car, drove it in the complex. I'm slinging tape out of like the back of a car. Like that's literally the first time I ever tried to sell it, other than like, during to my buddies during Pro Bowl. But like, yeah, it was freezing cold. I think I came home. I'm like, Mom, Dad, I sold $150. Like, this is crazy. I'm so stoked. And I'm like, $150 was on like 6 grips or 7 grips back in the day or whatever it is. So, I mean, we were hyped. And then basically from there, it kind of trickled down. And dude, like, I think we ended up, I don't think I even got my first wholesale account until a couple years later, because I was so nervous. I'm like, man, they don't know who we are yet. What am I going to do? Like, I think I should just focus on B2B, B2C and all that stuff. And just, I kind of started slinging it, man. We went to the to the ABCA, that 2017 trailer, and I went around slinging tape out of my bag. They put me last booth in the back. I'm like, no one's going to come down the aisle. I spent all this money. It was like $1,000, but I'm like, what am I going to do? So I just left my booth, started handing stuff out, and then that's kind of how I grind, man. I'm literally from driving down places, not having enough money for a hotel, and don't want to ask my mom and dad. So like, I literally sleep in the van because Hampton Inn parking lot, that's safe. Don't need a shower. We're good. To like, now we're like, man, like I got 3 to 4 employees. We're rocking it. We manufacture all the grip tape in Akron, Ohio, a couple miles away. So it's just literally evolved from starting in the basement, traveling as much as I physically could, people giving me plenty of opportunity. And, people hooked me up. I mean, people really helped me get off the ground. Hey, man, don't worry about paying the vendor fee. Just come out. You're a good dude. Let's rock it. Awesome. And it just kind of happened from there. And now we're rocking with Team USA. We're going to major perfect game events. We're rocking it with the Savannah Bananas with Coach Rac. So, yeah, dude, it was grinding. It's just like some of those stories. That's literally how I did it. I still tend to do that, unfortunately. Like, I need to realize we don't have to do that anymore. We can like stay at the hotel. It's okay to spend $100 if we need to, but I'm still frugal when it comes to that.
Hey, it's that mindset that you got to keep some of that inside of you and keep that spirit inside of you, because that's where the growth comes from, right? And man, I love those stories. I've been there, done that. I was a touring musician, and I would tour the country, and we would just go outside of venues and just 3:00 in the morning handing out flyers, handing out CDs, and begging people to come. And like, we would, after the show, we'd walk to every single person and just be like, give me your email address, give me your email address. Like, and just those days, man, like I wouldn't trade it for the world, because it taught me everything about business. And it makes all these things like, all right, dude, I just got to shoot a video and put it on Instagram. Like, that sounds like the easiest thing in the world compared to those early stories.
Well, and going up against those other brands, like I was literally doing it myself. I didn't know social media marketing. I didn't know email marketing. Like, I'm like, I know how to work. I know how to grind. So like, we're just going to go do that. And I'll get as far as I possibly can. And then I took my first shot on a marketing company out of New York, and they really changed the way we do business now. Like, they really helped me take it to the next level, because eventually you can't survive on doing that. And, but it's an awesome experience. And, but it's cool because when we get into new industries, we have that in our back pocket. We know that if we really want to go bust our butt, we can go boots on the ground and grind it out and make it happen, because it's worked for baseball, softball, hockey, and lacrosse. So yeah, it's just wouldn't trade it for the world. Probably could have went a little faster if I knew some of the other stuff. But again, we'll always have that, that fire in me, hopefully, to keep on doing it again and again and again if I need it.
We read about 2 big moments that helped you grow. Josh Donaldson hitting a home run with your grip, and Eric Sogard as your first big leaguer. Can you talk about those moments and what they meant for your brand?
I scared the heck out of my wife when Josh Donaldson hit Oppo Taco to right field when he used it. So it was nuts. I literally saw him in spring training. He's like, I bet Josh, hey, we'd love to rack your bat, man. Let me know. And I had like access to all the MLB teams then. And he's like, yeah, man, go ahead and wrap this one. He's like, awesome. So I'm like, cool. He came back like a half hour later, went to lock him, hell, pick it up on the way out. Next thing you know, he's like, hey, man, I'm going to go use it in the game. I'm like, yeah, okay, Josh. Sounds good, bro. I appreciate that. But like, literally, like, first that spring training, base knock. I'm like, oh, like, this is cool. So I'm like on my MLB.com app, and I'm like, man, I wonder if Josh Donaldson's using the grip. I know he's done some custom ones, haven't checked in, and I'm like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, Oppo Taco. I'm like, oh, scream, freaked my wife out. It was like 1:00 in the morning. Like, it was so crazy. I'm like, that dude hit it on ESPN. Like, it's all over. And that, like, basically solidified, like, man, I think we're doing it. Like, that dude doing that, like, top of the stage, primetime sports, was awesome. And then getting to work with Sogard kind of happened like that too. I was at Blue Jays, and he walked up to me. Like, I didn't know who he was. He's like, hey, man, I'm a big batting glove guy. Like, I'd love to try out your stuff. I'm like, oh, yeah, man, here you go. Take a pair. Just let me know what you think. And like, I think it came through on the website, like, hey, Eric Sogard, Toronto Blue Jays bought 5 pairs of gloves. I'm like, wow, like, why did he buy those? Like, that's pretty cool and whatever, man. Hey, here you go, thinking he's in AAA. I literally have a buddy in Canada hit me up on a screenshot. Dude, Eric Sogard's using your stuff for the Blue Jays right now. I'm like, what are you talking about? What tail's the game on? So, like, it kind of spiraled from there, man. He put his cell phone in there. I hit him up. I'm like, Eric, like, dude, if you need something, let me know. And, like, it basically, we've become pretty good friends. I even drove up to Canada for Mother's Day, dropped off his custom gloves, did it for Father's Day. It's like, we actually, like, developed a pretty good relationship. And believe it or not, we actually got on to Wrigley Field for a photo shoot with him. Like, he made it happen during COVID, or maybe pre-COVID, which was nuts. Like, we're taking BP on Wrigley Field, filming content for Vukgripz. I'm like, it's not happening right now. I don't know how we're on the field of Wrigley. Like, no one gets on the field, and Eric made it happen. So he's been awesome. He's using the gloves right now. He's going back to Europe to play for the Czech Republic, using our stuff. I hook us up with stuff now. So it's relationships like that. I mean, he really changed the game for us. I mean, using on the highest level, hitting home runs off Garrett Cole in the playoffs, and people knew he was using our stuff. Like, that's how we grew much faster, because we had MLB guys rocking it. And yeah, I owe him a lot, along with Steven Piscotty for giving us our first MLB shot. But yeah, that was crazy, man.
Man, those stories are unreal. Another big piece of growth is the partnership side, right? So we mentioned like USA Baseball, you got the PLL, you got the Bananas. I just saw an unboxing of like the latest Play Crate box, and you guys are doing partnerships with those guys. How important are these partnerships, and how does a company like yours go to even start, creating these partnerships?
Yeah, I grew up old school. My dad raised me old school. I still believe in like working with other people, right? I think a lot of people just go to China and make their own stuff and want to throw the load one, right? Like, I'm not going to go make baseball bats. I'd rather work with a baseball bat company, work with them. So like, that's kind of the approach I've kind of done with my business, is like, I'd rather work with people. They've done it. They might be able to help me grow, and I can help them and offer them unique ways to get their brand on field rather than a t-shirt or a hat. So when we approached, I think Team USA might have been we actually did a perfect game in 2021. I called those guys up. I'm like, hey guys, got a unique back grip. We'll love to send you a sample. One of the guys' kids was like on Kane's 11U team. Like, kid loved it. And like, they gave me a shot, and like, we grinded it for them. And now we use that as a case study. Like, hey, like, we got to work with Perfect Game, official grip tape of them. Team USA, what do you think? Like, we'd love to be the first American-made, I think, on-field product probably any of the guys use, maybe besides baseball bats. Like, wow, we love that. Can you customize it? Yeah, we'll put the logo on. So now I think we have a 6-year deal with those guys. And literally called PLL up, hey, you guys don't do grip tape, we loved it. So I've been really about that. And those relationships have been awesome, because they've allowed us to work with bigger brands. Like, we did a whole custom collab with Cash App, like the $1 billion Cash App brand, and they bought them from us. Like, that was a crazy moment for us, that like, nothing to do with grip tape or sports. Hey, let's do it. We'd love to get our brand on field. Well, we can offer that and the highest level of lacrosse in the world. And Vineyard Vines, Rebel Bourbon, Andre Champagne, like Gatorade. Like, it just says now we build our portfolio. Hey, Savannah Bananas, I know you guys don't let a lot of people in to partner with you, but we've worked with Cash App and monster entities. Like, we can do this for you. We want to offer something. I know some of the guys have used it, which helped, but I mean, even moving forward, working with Josh over at Play Crate, we have a good relationship. I just think that's the way to do business, because like, we have a unique product. We can customize it, get their brand on the field, but then also, it just adds to us. Like, it gets us in other markets we weren't in. Now we're expanding into golf. People are like, hey, you should get into golf. We've had some of those higher ups use our stuff for golf. Like, hey, if you ever do golf, we'd love to rock. And I'm like, oh wow, I didn't think about that. So they've helped me do it. They've given me advice. And again, it's all about building relationships. And I just want to do as many as I possibly can, because who knows if Vuk's going to be here in a year, right? I don't know, right? Hopefully we are, and hopefully get to partner with, I don't know, maybe the president of the United States. That'd be crazy, right? But I don't know. That's kind of how I run my business, and I think it means something to really collab with people, especially nowadays. That's just kind of how I feel about that, old school wise.
What have you learned to make these partnerships successful?
I think you have to be willing to go the mile for the people you're telling them to want to take a shot on you. I mean, with Perfect Game, we travel to almost an event every weekend, and I didn't ask for much. I'm like, hey guys, just get me a spot, right? So I would show up, I would grind it out, I'd be the first one there, and we would literally be the last vendor to leave. And like, we're providing an on-site experience for the athletes and parents too, to where We bring a lot of energy. We're not just sitting in the booth because people have to touch our stuff. So I'm out and about. Again, I'm a grinder, so I'm gonna go swing it. I'm gonna go get people's attention, and I think it adds to the event for them. And then when we go to like PLL games, I'm like, you guys, I can bring people to the merch tent because we got grip tape. You guys want to sell merch? Let's do it together. And I'm out there attracting people. What is this guy doing? Oh, hey, the merch is here. So that's just kind of how we position ourselves. Even with Team USA, it's like, you guys, we have a unique product. It's so different. Even the content side of it, if we don't get to come set up and carry, the content piece and the physical texture of our product is so different than anyone else can offer you. We could add that to your team if you guys ever want to do out of the box, contests or out of the box fun, collabs with other brands. Like we offer that where other people can't. So that's kind of how we've, I guess, come into that too, is just, showing up for them and showing them we're going to go the mile. Like the PLI, I went to every event. There's 16 weekends in a row. We were the only vendor for the last 3 or 4 years to ever do that. And they would bring me up at the end of the year, partnership meeting with, I'm talking Cash App, Vineyard Vines, all these people. Hey, like Vukgripz has come to every event. Shout out to those guys. And like, we also give them a good case study to bring other people on who might be like, hey, we want to do this, but we're scared. Well, hey, look at Vuk. They're small. They make grip tape. This is why it's going to work if you do it this way. So I think we add value to them too, especially for growing brands. I mean, no one's ever really done growing, but the PLL literally started pro lacrosse again, and now they're building their brand up, and we were a great partner for them, I believe, when it comes to that.
Man, such good stuff.
We got to talk about Coach Rac. What's he meant to the brand, and how do you guys connect with him, and how has he helped through his content and his ability to connect with kids?
Yeah, we hit Coach Rac up before he was really Coach Rac. I'm like, hey, man, you're starting off. We'd love to send you some stuff. And then we both got busy, and he never really got to work with us. So I think we ended up hitting him up after we got the Savannah Bananas deal. Like, hey, Rac, like, got a lot of synergies here, man. We'd love to work with you. We have a grip tape. I know you use tape sometimes, but, like, we'd love to get your brand on the field. And he's all about education, and he has a big faith-based background. And that's kind of, we made the first faith grip tape collection in the entire world. No one else has ever done that. So that meant a lot to us. And he's just a good fit because he's a good dude and he wants to be involved. He wants to grow the game. And I know with athletes that he teaches and coaches and tries to mentor through his content, I'm like, that's the dude we want to be involved with because he's going to bring a lot of that awareness and expertise to our brand. Like, hey, maybe new product. Hey, maybe make this adjustment. And he's so passionate about what he does. So when he uses it on the field, like, he's not just selling it. He's actually like, it's real coming from him. And if we get to work with him has been tremendous. I mean, his content hits, he's done stuff that is just, we're on the side part of the content and it at over 1 million views. He literally rewrapped a bat mid-game Savannah Bananas, largest piece of content we've ever had organic, like over 3 million views or 2 million views across all his platforms. I'm like, you can't ask for something better than that. And we didn't even pay to blow it up. Right now we can take that content, use it for our marketing, and people know who Rac is. They trust what Rac is saying, which is also very big too, because you get people just out there slinging product. Oh yeah, I love this product. I love this product. They're trying to make money. Where Rac is like, hey, I genuinely use this because it helps. Here's why. And the people listen and they can trust what he's saying. So it's been great. It hasn't been a full year yet. Coming up here in November, we're going to be rocking full year, but love Rac. Shout out, bro. Thanks so much.
Man, what a cool story. I want to talk about, how do you guys think about who to work with? So you saw Rac when he was younger, before kind of he became Rac. I think you get the Anna Bruni, like the softball ones that just dropped. But like, how do you guys think about who to work with? Because there's only so much time, money, resources, energy. You want to obviously make good bets. They're not all going to be, home runs. But like, how do you guys think about who do we work with? Even on the partnership side, like, let's go in with PLL. We believe that, what Paul and them are doing is going to be like something that's worth it for us, or a Vineyard Vines. Like, because there is only, like you said, there's only a handful of you guys in the office, right? So every partnership, every influencer, every event you go to is a decision to not do something else that you could be doing.
Agreed. Yeah, the big thing for us is education. I mean, our stuff is so different. We have some unique science about how it actually can increase bat speed. It can increase shot speed. Like we've proven it. There's been professional studies done. So it's like when we try to find the right person, we want someone who likes that type of thing. They want to be kind of techy, but they don't get scared of science. Because right, everyone's like, oh, our stuff can do this and our stuff can do that, and it comes off gimmicky. Where it's like, hey, listen, if we go after Coach Rac is real as it gets. If it doesn't work for him and he can't see it, he's not going to promote it. He's not going to suggest it to his people. He's like, hey, I get it. Like, it actually doesn't slip when you pour water on it. And I can get people to know why that's important. I'm like, yes, because we have science to back that up. So he's awesome. But getting to work with Anna Marie Bruni and now Megan Remblack. Megan Remblack is a monster educator in the softball space. And Anna has an outstanding following on what she does too and all her content. So I'm like, from the softball side, now we've had the two biggest ones, pitching the same message of like, hey, it does work like this. And then Megan can even go into more educational because she's all about drills and how it can help the actual athlete in the box. And Anna, we created the first fast pitch collection for her. So it's like, we need that techie side of people. We also want people with a lot of passion wanting to grow the game. I mean, just paying someone for $1,000 post, I guess that's cool, but like, we don't want the views. We want them to help us grow as a brand because I don't know everything, that's for sure. But Anna knows a ton about softball. She's in the space. She's around pro athletes. So we developed a collection for women by women, which is huge. And we want to be the first to do that. And that's just, PLL was awesome because it's a market that I think no one has gone into yet. I'm not sure why the bigger brands really aren't attacking it, but like PLL is great, man. I mean, it gets us on the field. They're new, they're growing, they're exciting, and we get to work with the pros at the highest level using our stuff. And there's a lot of crossover for lacrosse into hockey that I believe too. So now we are getting lacrosse, and now that's going to translate to hockey because it's almost the same type of feel and application. So that really helped us grow into hockey right away because like, oh wow, PLL, that's the same as lacrosse. Now we're in the largest hockey race here. Now we're in Dick's Sporting Goods because of the PLL. And it just is, people who believe in us also helps. They just don't want our money. They believe in what we're doing. I mean, they know we can help them with X. So that's kind of how I've approached it. Again, kind of old school. Just wanting to form those relationships and not make it all about the money is helpful too, right? I mean, I know people have to get paid, but, being able to work together and grow together is huge.
How big and important is retail distribution for a product like yours, where people can see the tape and feel it versus it just being online?
I can't sell it all myself, man. That's for dang sure. I wish I could. I wish I could sell every grip, but I mean, retail is humongous. Our product is pretty much an impulse buy. Like if you break your bat, right, your tape rips, you need to go buy more of it. So being accessible to people is a big deal. We actually just went FBA Amazon right now too to make it more accessible. Before we were fulfilling it ourselves, and we weren't ready to take the leap, and we know it's going to X our business a couple times, and we had to be ready for that. But FBA Amazon, we're hoping, really allows us to reach more people quicker, and that should also increase our retail because it's, Dick's Sporting is taking a shot. They've been working with major brands, and we know who probably the biggest baseball grip tape brand is, right? So I'm like, why would they trust me? Well, PLL, Team USA, Savannah Bananas do. Maybe we should give this guy his shot. So it's been a big player, man. DBAT's been awesome. Lacrosse Unlimited, and just trying to get people to know we're not like everything else is really hard. That's why I like the boots on the ground. I think it's so important. And a lot of our social media has gone to the route of, hey, you guys got to touch it. Let me know what you think. And like the reaction is like, oh, wow, like what is this? Like we want to spark people's interest. Like, oh, wow, they're not just something else made in China. They actually have something to offer my game when everything else is pretty much the same.
So we got to officially meet you in Omaha, and there was two things I love that you did at Omaha. First is like you guys were like out in front of the booth, just being like, hey, have you ever touched our grip? Have you ever felt our grip? Have you like literally just getting people over, and then they literally held a bat in their hands. And I thought that was like the coolest thing that you did because you knew that everyone who touched it, like that's going to be a sale. Like as soon as they feel our grip, like we got them. And then the second thing is you guys filmed a bunch of really cool reactions of people like gripping it and like turned it into content. And so I just want to talk about that Omaha experience and like how important things like that are of like, again, same thing with retail. It's like, I know that if I can get somebody to hold this and hold the bat, like I'm going to win them over. And two, if I can get their reaction of like, whoa, like I've never held a bat like this, that's good content too. So like, I thought you guys did a great job with that setup.
I appreciate that. And that's kind of how we've done the business, like the boots on the ground. And that's how it worked with Perfect Game. Literally send a sample. The guy's kid used it. He's like, this is different. Like he really likes it. It's not like everything else. I'm like, yeah, like I told you, like you have to feel it to kind of believe it, which also makes it a little bit hard for us to just like, everyone has Facebook ads, everyone has social media ads. So how can we differentiate ourselves? Well, I guess I'm going to go jump in a pool today and show people it doesn't slip. I'm going to go pour water oil on my hands and show people it doesn't. I don't have to worry about oily conditions. And, now like we want to get real, raw, unedited. Everyone does edited content. This is why my stuff is the best. Every Facebook ad says their stuff is the best. Well, no one ever tells you why. Right? They might, or at least they never show you. With us, it's like, no, like we believe our stuff is the best because it doesn't slip. Because these people are like, oh, wow, this really doesn't move in my hands. We're not just making it up. So having people feel it is the number one goal. And usually once they feel it, and we have our store, like in-store demos, we're right next to every grip brand. As soon as they feel ours, even the people like, dude, people like, this is so crazy. I wasn't expecting. I'm like, I know, like, thank you for bringing it in. Now just give us some time and we will be a staple for you in the accessories. And that's just kind of how we've grown. We have talks with Academy. We have talks with Big Five now, Hibbis. We're in Dick's Sporting Goods for, 3 sports. So it just that's really how we've done it. And, without taking that approach, I don't think we would have gotten as far, because we have to show why we're different. And those reactions, I think, are huge because they're real. Like, we can't make it up, right? They don't even know we're filming, like, until they're like, hey, listen, you cool if we use that content? Like, oh, yeah, for sure. So it just makes it better.
You guys create a lot of content for social media. What's your content strategy, and how's that helped to get the word out about Vukgripz?
Oh, man, you're looking at the content strategy right here, man. So, I mean, basically, it's been good. I watch a lot of stuff on TikTok, like everyone scrolls through, but I do it with the intent to learn. So, you'll see guys like Gary B, you'll see guys like Alex Ramosa, like all these people trying to, I know they're preaching, but like what they're saying is actually really true. Like, hey, like you have to make content people want to watch, and that's different. And even if the first one doesn't hit, that doesn't mean you have to quit what you're trying to do, right? Keep doing it, and eventually, if you get one that hits, then it's going to work. And that's just kind of what we've seen. And we did that with the PLL. Again, if I didn't have the PLL, I would have never have done the reaction videos, because we're getting so many reactions for our lacrosse tape. And even still now, like, we're probably the number one grip tape in lacrosse. You're like, wow, and what is this? We're still learning about it. Such a new sport. Yeah, man, but literally, we set the camera on the flight home. I'm editing videos, and I try to post at least one a day across all the platforms, and just try to get that. But now we got Coach Rac, we got Anna Marie Bruni, we got Megan Rem, we got Rob Pinnell in the PLL. We got other people to help tell our story, so I'm not the only one spewing it out, right? I mean, I'm the owner, but it's nice to hear Coach Rac like, hey, he's not lying. It really does this watch. You know what I mean? And his content and all those other guys' content has been fantastic for us to use for the ads. And just, again, we just want to try to engage people and show them what we're about. We're not like everyone else, which is a hard story to tell. You think it could be easy, but it's a hard story to tell, at least in the tape industry.
A lot of people see social media and think they could start a brand like yours and be successful overnight. What are some things you learned about entrepreneurship that you wish you knew when you first got started?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big asker for help. Like, I don't ask anyone for help. I don't care if it's a dumb question or if it's super simple for somebody else. I'm going to ask you for help. I think the one thing I wish I would have done sooner was first hire someone to help me with social media ads. That was a big thing I did myself. I really wasn't utilizing that. I think we could have scaled much faster early on, because Facebook changed all of its algorithms after kind of COVID, and we kind of missed that initial burst. So, but I mean, you live and you learn. Now we got to do it the way I know how to do it. And we have a great marketing team now. We've had some monster months, so we're definitely growing as a brand. And I think, for anyone out there wanting to do it, I would say just take the leap. Make sure your product is good. Don't just try to copy someone else. Anyone can make a batting glove, but if you can do something else, just go ahead and try to do it, man. I mean, and if you don't succeed, try something else. So, hey, don't be scared to fail. I mean, literally, you guys saw how many people didn't want to touch it at the World Series, and the one person that does, it makes the whole time all those no's you kept getting. So it's just like, eventually something is going to happen if you're willing to put the time in and, dedicate something you want to be passionate about. And it's not even passionate. Like, I'm pretty like, I'm passionate about, but I'm in it. Like, I am probably over passionate about it. I don't want to quit. Like, that's how much I love it. So, passion only gets you so far, but willing to dedicate your time, I think, is something that means more too. And taking those risks and sleeping in the car if you had to.
Passion and energy, man. Your energy is infectious and contagious. And so I love it, because like you almost like match me. Like, that's how I am when I'm being interviewed, is like I'm on 12 when everybody else is like on a 5. So
this is probably your biggest account. They got the most stores at the moment. Like, I don't think you should go alone. Let me come with you, because you're going to freak them out, because you're just so high energy. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like, you're going to scare people because you have to calm down. Like, I get it, man. But like, I'm go. So he came with me, had a fantastic meeting, ended up working out. But like, I got to tone it down once in a while. It's hard for me. But yes, I think I scare people sometimes. So I appreciate you guys hanging in there.
No, man. I love it, because my thing at the end of the day is like, if you're not excited about your own thing, it's really hard to get other people excited about your thing. And so your energy and the excitement that you bring, like, it gets other people excited. Because if you're just like, hey man, you want to try some back grip? Like, what 12-year-old kid's going to be excited to try your back grip, right? And so I think that, anyway, I'm a big fan. So good stuff.
If you had a limited budget to grow your brand, what would you spend it on to reach even more athletes?
Awareness. I would spend it on more advertising and trying to collab with more people as much as possible so other people could tell our story other than just us. I think that's what it takes to really blow up. And you got to get the right people to tell the right story too. So I think that's what I would probably spend the money on. And then plus inventory for sure.
Great answer, man. Great answer. All right, let's jump into rapid fire. Just first thing that comes to mind. Doesn't have to be the perfect answer, but let's have some fun.
Who's the coolest person who uses Vukgripz?
Coach Rac.
What favorite lesson your dad taught you about business or life?
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Love that.
What's your personal favorite grip you guys have?
I really love our cotton candy camo. That's probably my favorite one. I also like our Faith collection. I think the Faith collection is really cool. First one out there.
What's the coolest or craziest story you've heard about people using your grip?
Coolest story I ever heard about someone using my grip was Eric Sogard using it for the Toronto Blue Jays. And I didn't know it, and someone from Canada had to text me. And that was my biggest MLB signing ever.
Who's your dream athlete collab for Vukgripz?
Ooh, dream athlete collab. I think it would be fun to work with like Aaron Judge or like Mike Trout or someone. I think Shohei Ohtani. So let's go back. Shohei Ohtani, not just because of like how big he is. I think he's a great human being. I don't know if you've ever watched him pregame. You know, he was taught a lot of good values as a younger person. So I think he'd be fantastic to work with. I think he'd be real and he would just be fun. Like I think he'd be fun to talk to.
When you look back in 10 to 20 years thinking about the business, what do you want to remember and what would make it a success for you?
I think understanding all the little wins that I had. I'm not good at recognizing all these little wins. I'm on to the next thing. I'm like, I wasn't big enough. It doesn't mean that much when really the little ones add up. So I got to enjoy the moments and not just let them go right by me.
What's the weirdest thing someone has wrapped your grip with?
Ooh, we had a chalk on like an airplane. So someone's flying an airplane, they wrap their, I forget what that's called, a yoke. I think it's called a yoke, and they wrap that.
Dude, man, thanks so much for doing this, man. It was a blast meeting you and your dad out in Omaha. Crazy connections that we had to your dad with some of the guys he knows on Colts team. Just wild, but man, we truly appreciate it. We love what you're doing. He's been showing me your stuff for freaking forever, so I'm so glad we got to finally connect. And he's waiting for his he cracked his bat like the week before Omaha, so we're waiting for it to come back. And as soon as it does, man, like we're gripping it up. We're gonna film a ton of stuff, and you made big fans out of us, man.